Sip and chill.
Yo, what's good, you guys? I go by the name of Marcus Storm, and we are back. Welcome to Sip and Chill. And you know, tonight I feel like I could bring a tear to my eye. Because we got the whole squad back. All right. I know all of us have been busy lately, but when you have the whole family, you already know we are bound for trouble. All right. I got my boy Anime Soul King back. Yeet. I got my boy T Dub back.
What it do?
T double T. Listen, we just got off one of our biggest interviews, doing some of our street interviews. Anime, let them know what we just got done doing, man.
Well, for the wrestling fans out there, we had the honor to interview one of my great friends, Filthy Tom Lawler.
Former world champion, former UFC fighter, former collegiate two-time All-American.
That's right.
Former New Japan Openweight first ever champion.
That's right. That is right. Yes.
4 fights of the night. That's wild.
Yes.
Smoking them out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I got done interviewing Manders.
That's another great friend of mine.
Former world champion right now.
That's right.
Yeah, German champion too.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah, but listen, this ain't about to be no laughing matter because we finna laugh right now. Our guest tonight, hell of a comedian. This nigga's funny as fuck. As soon as I saw him on stage, he had the whole crowd laughing. This was like 2 months ago, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Let me introduce to y'all the one, the only Clint James.
Yo, what up, man? Appreciate you having me here. And I took my last penicillin pill yesterday, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I might need one.
Hell yeah. Tonight we got a bunch of topics. It's about you, but you're about to enter the realm of sip and chill right now.
Okay.
That's right.
Where we be sipping and chilling and having a good time while we talk about culture while we sip wine. All right.
We got Jack Daniels right now.
This is true. We do have Jack Daniels, but first we got to get teed up. What's going on in the culture and the music, man?
Man, it's been a lot happening, man. But I heard, we all know, Carter Stitz came out.
Oh yeah.
Delete
Reviews. I'm hearing it's a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's kind of mixed reviews.
Yeah.
I don't know about me. I don't know about you, but I only got through track 3, so I haven't listened to the whole album.
Ouch.
Had to turn it off. I was in my car. I thought it would sound better in the automobile. Didn't do it. So I don't know. As a really huge Lil Wayne fan, I feel there is an era where you have to get to a point where you have to think about where does your music go from here.
Yes.
Because if you listen to some of the songs, he's just, at times I looked at myself like, what are you talking about? Like la la da da da, squeak, squeak, squeak. No, like this dude put out one of the best mixtapes, Sorry for the Wait, and now we're listening to this. And
that's right.
I just don't see it. Like I still have a lot of respect for him. I think he's still one of the greatest artists of our generation. And he had a huge run between, I think, those years, 2010 and 2013. But, I don't know where this goes from here. I definitely want to hear what y'all want to say, but like, I don't know where it goes from here. I don't know if he should kind of hang up those boots or what do we do with Wayne right now, especially with this Carter Sitz album right now?
Personally, I heard a couple tracks. I read a review on Pitchfork. Pitchfork gave it a 2.9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's bad.
And I ain't never see Lil Wayne get a 2.9 out of 10 in my life.
Ever.
All right. Clint, what are your thoughts, man? You a Wayne fan?
Big Wayne fan. Grew up on Wayne.
Yeah.
I remember Wayne was dropping mixtapes every week, man. I had all of them. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Me growing up, seeing that, man, knowing what he's capable of, I think, it's like anything, man. We all got a rocky sometimes, Every show I done had ain't been the best, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
But Wayne is still that guy to me, man. And on top of that, I think a lot of people was talking about the production of it. They said the production should have been better.
Yeah,
Trash.
like way better.
So like, it ain't really the lyrics though, you know what I mean?
Wayne, his lyrically, he delivered.
No.
Well, that's your perspective. That's your perspective. But I would say he delivered as far as what I've heard, as far as the 5 tracks I've listened to on that album. Everything else, I didn't waste my time to listen to the rest because, again, I'm like, well, where does it get bad from here? So I'm like, I would prefer not to, touch on.
It got better track 3.
Keep it where it's at.
Yeah.
Keep it where it's at.
And he has some interesting features on there too, which was kind of like, He had our boy MGK on there.
Yeah,
You know?
which is I heard.
MGK, yeah, he had a
Kels.
couple people on there.
Yeah, he had
Jelly
he had-
Roll, I think he had too. I heard.
Yeah, I was like MGK and Jelly Roll. This is different.
Shout out
Let's
to
see.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah, definitely came a long way.
And Kels.
Oh yeah, and Kels, but like he had Nicki Minaj on there, of course. Nicki
Yes.
always making an appearance. Shout out to the Queen.
You mean
You know?
Kels like R. Kelly? Kels?
No, no.
Oh,
Oh no, not,
damn,
wait,
Kels making
oh.
money from the
Not that
Kels
guy.
making money from the sale.
Hey,
not that guy, man.
How else he's
My
gonna be
mind
commissary?
telling me no.
what the hell is going on in between these streets and my home?
Baby, please let me explain.
Kels, the money don't stop.
Oh,
baby.
man.
Don't stop when the player get popped.
Musical genius.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible person, but musical genius.
Yeah, but just to see these features, on here, you would think like because people were talking about it for a couple months, like, all right, Lil Wayne's finna drop. Everybody drops everything and listen to Lil Wayne, especially if you're a real hip hop fan.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne is still one of the goats, but this album just didn't do it. If we get that he's having fun, but we still love a little something of substance, mind you.
Yeah.
We're Wayne fans.
Well, when you really look at Wayne's track record, he's never really been the substance guy. He's always been that upbeat party guy. Like if you really listen to his music, like he says some like very well thought out bars, but to what you just said, nah, I don't really think he was that. Again, he was more of a play his music, the whole room is jumping.
No, for sure.
But has Wayne dropped the Carter 6? Is this worse than anything that y'all have heard nowadays? Because these new artists is terrible, man. Well, I can say
it's
I can
not
say all of them
worse.
terrible, but
Yeah.
Good and terrible.
yeah, it's like I'd rather listen to Wayne though.
Yeah.
I definitely listen to
you
Wayne
know.
all day long. I don't think it's worse than what we have today.
Who do
I do think at yeah, I do think at a certain point, I think people just have a certain standard they expect for him.
True.
Yeah.
I think he just still has a lot of love around the industry as compared to some other people who may drop and may not always have the same love, but he still has a lot of love, and I think a lot of people in our generation really were respecting that Mona Lisa type of song right there.
Carter 2, Drought 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Drop 3,
Dedication.
Dedication.
Oh yeah.
6 foot, 7 foot, Megatron, man. We're talking about those songs,
That's right.
and we just didn't see that.
Lollipop.
Couple things a couple things about it, like he did have his son on there, Cameron, which was pretty great. It's cool to, it's cool when you actually see artists bringing their children on albums who actually are really putting a lot of time into their craft. Not just throwing them on there just because. I think sometimes, I'm not going to name any names, but there are some really major artists right now who are bringing their kids into that realm, and I don't think they're at the point where they need to be on those marquee albums. But I think it's some pretty good songs on there. I think one with Big X the Plug. It was great.
Shout out to Big X.
Yeah,
man.
it was great until
he
Big X
does
the
run.
Club
I rock
stopped
with Big
singing.
X.
They stopped rapping,
I
man.
rock with Big X.
Yeah, he stopped rapping. Then Lil Wayne started rapping. I'm like, cut.
I got
Can't listen to it no more.
Big X the Plug.
Yeah.
He's really outshined and made a difference. You can tell he cares about the culture. He cares about the samples that he uses, and he pays homage and respect to the samples that he uses.
And you know what else, man? Shout out to this dude, man, because he has like high confidence in himself. Being a heavy set dude, man. He embraced who he is, and he ain't afraid of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was actually in Cleveland about a year ago doing a show. Yeah,
Fire.
Beachland Ballroom, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah, he definitely did a good job. Shout out to my boy Yaya, the booker over there. I think he's still rapping and stuff, but he was able to book him, bring him in, and he tore the house down.
There you go.
But what else is going on in the culture?
We just lost Ananda Lewis, who was a major, contributor, reporter, especially just in, Black culture, but just in Black music as well, and Black hip hop culture.
Hell yeah.
A Howard grad, a
Shout out
really
to
shining
HBCUs.
star, and
That's right.
really close confidant of Aaliyah. And then if you go down Instagram, and especially if you're in Black culture, you're going to see several posts about her. 52, left one son, was battling breast cancer for a little over 5 years. So you hate to see people who really kind of made their mark the right way, and really contribute a lot, even though if it wasn't always seen in the spotlight, she did a lot to contribute just in general. So it's kind of hard to see that, but I think her legacy lives on as well, and we get to see that as well.
R.I.P. Queen.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. A shot for her. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We got some movies out too, huh? No, we.
Oh, we do. We do.
Anybody see Sinners?
Oh,
I did.
my God.
I did.
Yeah, I seen Sinners, man. It was I thought it was good. Real deep movie, man.
It was.
Had a lot. I'm not. Can we curse on here?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch that pussy up before I eat it, though. I just.
Hey, what was that guy? Hey, what was his name again?
Man, what was his name, bro?
He had the right name, Choir Boy.
Choir Boy. Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, Choir Boy.
because hold on, he was making her sing for real.
Yeah.
That's a strong man. Couldn't be me though.
Couldn't be me.
So let me ask you guys this question. So there's a whole theory after that film that Choir Boy sold his soul.
He did.
You know who that was based around, right?
Sure did.
Little Richard.
Nah.
No.
You say Lil Richard?
Oh shit.
I don't know the name of the person, but I know exactly who you're
Couple
talking
of these
about.
drinks.
Yeah.
I thought Choir Boy that's what he was talking
No,
about.
he was just like because his character is based around a specific guitarist
Yes.
who was at a crossroads.
Got his name.
I forgot his name,
exactly
too.
Who you're talking about.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, he's apparently they said he used to suck at guitar and he wasn't the best singer, but as soon as he got into the crossroads, people kept saying like this man sold his soul.
Yeah.
To the
Well,
devil.
When you think about it,
Man, he had Pearline.
No, it was just,
Yeah.
you'll be surprised what a little Pearline can do to a man.
Pearline was married too.
Apparently.
well, you know what they say when you enter the world of entertainment, especially music, the selling your soul thing does happen in the industry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this may be true, but it depends on which deal you choose.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's better to go independent because I like a lot of the independent artists that have went independent and became successful without a label.
Yeah.
So that just shows you don't have to sell your soul to become
This is
grandioso.
This is true.
And I think the fact the movie was based in the South,
New Orleans, I think.
Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi.
Mississippi.
It was
the
based in
Delta- it was the
Mississippi.
Delta
The Delta.
Because so much has happened in Mississippi.
Sure did.
That we forget sometimes, man. We spiritual people
We are.
having a human experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So those unarrested spirits in Mississippi, do come in the forms of other entities. If you believe in stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
For
Things
sure.
like that. So I think that was pretty cool for a background. You know what I mean? Because
For sure.
being a Midwesterner myself, you know what I mean. Most of our grandparents come from the South.
Sure do.
You know what I mean? They
All my
very
great
spiritual
relatives.
people. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I like the meaning that the movie had about that as well. I think they took their time off for that.
And you know what's crazy? I wasn't aware of so many cultures in the Delta South in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Asians, Native Americans,
Yes.
of course Black people, but I didn't know there were Asians in the Delta South. I didn't know there were Native Americans in the Delta South. Of course there were white people, and I knew it was segregated, but this was news to me. I was just like, wow, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan are getting me hip to stuff that I didn't know.
Damn it, all I had, it still ain't enough to put you in your bag. It still ain't enough. I done did something bad and try to do good. It still ain't enough. I was down bad just trying to come up. No matter how I do, it's never enough.
It's about that time. We got our guest Clint here, and Clint, welcome to the show. You are funny as shit.
Sure is. Thank you for sending me his track list of like his acts, man, because he's definitely hilarious for sure. Like I was just talking to him before we got in here about a skit that he did on stage. It's about this it's the white girl and Snow White, and it's funny how.
Did somebody take me? No,
It's funny. It's so wild, man. I'm like, man, we take a lot of like these iconic names, like again, Snow White, Emma Frost, and we apply it to what is used in society.
Right.
It's so wild, right?
Right.
Long story short, he was talking about I was sniffing cocaine with this white girl.
I didn't mean to sound like Triple H when I laughed.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, the joke I did laugh at on Instagram. That's how me and him got connected and everything. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, the white girl, black girls, I kick it with them, they drink Jack and Henny. White girls drink cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
Literally in a bottle in the rim, they'll literally like, you like, you want some? I'm just like,
Yeah, with a high moon to follow.
You know what's crazy?
You going to Sheets after this?
That ish is
Cocaine,
expensive.
flavorless.
Yeah,
That's a rich person
It is.
habit. I heard. Mm.
yeah, it is, man.
All right.
But yeah, I've been doing comedy, man, since February was a year for me. February was a year for
Oh, I
me.
thought you've been doing it longer.
we thought the way you had people rolling, we thought you was doing this longer than
Appreciate
me
it.
doing music.
No, I'm new in the game, man. I'm new in the game. But what's for you is for you. You know what I'm saying? And when you got something, you just keep God first and keep going with it.
That's
and
right.
I love to make people laugh, man. I'm a silly cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some stuff I try to keep in my head because I be like, damn, I can't let that one get out. I don't want to get canceled before I get
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture do you feel like cancel culture has killed comedy?
In a sense, I do because now we are 90 babies here.
Sure,
I guess.
sure.
Yeah.
We grew up Bernie Mac era. You know what I'm saying?
Barney,
Yeah.
Martin,
You know what I mean? Just funny.
Chris Tucker.
Oh, my
Steve Harvey.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Chris
Jamie
Rock.
Foxx.
Jamie
yeah.
Foxx, you know what I'm saying?
Wayans.
Living Color,
That's right.
Wayans.
Yeah.
Where nothing was off limits. They made fun of everybody.
Right.
To
Corey
me,
Holcomb.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
that's my guy too, man.
love
Shout out
Gary
Corey.
Spears.
Oh, man, he trashed Cleveland.
What?
You ain't seen the interview? He trashed Cleveland.
Yeah, he
He's-
trashed Cleveland.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
What?
And the
Yeah,
fucked
I
up
ain't
part
really-
was
yeah.
this nigga was right, man. This nigga, but you ain't from here, so you can't diss here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You ain't from here, you can't. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
you know,
That's
Very
like
much
trying to
so.
diss New York, but you're not from New York. You
Well,
know
if
New
you
York
ain't from
don't
New
fuck
York, you
around.
can diss New
They don't.
York.
What?
You can diss New York. Anyone
New
can
Yorkers
diss
diss
that
New
word.
York? I've
can
never
diss-
heard a New Yorker diss
hold
New York.
on.
No, everybody else diss New York.
Oh, okay.
Clint,
Tell
hold
you
on.
that.
Hopefully we ain't talking about the same New York.
No,
shout out to New York.
You gotta let that go.
I'm not talking about that New York.
Oh, okay. I was about to
I'm
say.
talking about the actual city, New York.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I can diss New York.
Rats and all. They
Rats?
that city, man.
Man, I
Love
don't,
that
Funky?
city, man.
I don't ever want to
Angry?
encounter a New York rat. I'm nervous.
Oh man, they about the size of you.
Oh no,
Them New York,
no.
them rats will fight you back. Them rats will slapbox you.
Man, they high five you at the crosswalk. You on your way to work too?
It's just be like, nah, man, I gotta get back to the wife, man. Me too, man. The sewers, man. I got 4 turtles I'm taking care of now, man. I treat them like they're my own.
Well, Pinky saying I got a bitch on the side, nigga. I was
Uh-huh.
Hey man, Stewart got a bitch on the side. I swear.
Yeah,
Man, no.
them rats. I thought that shit was AI. They showed some New York City rats in the sub. I thought that was fake.
It's
They really
real.
that big, huh?
It's real, and they
Oh, yeah.
wait at the train station.
They're literally the size of a Bashan dog.
They just don't pay. They just don't pay the fare. That's all.
I feel like when they whenever they go through the little turning thing,
Yeah.
they look back and be like, bitch ass nigga. Like, you gotta pay and shit.
$250.
250. But go ahead, Clint. We're sorry, man.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah, but Clint, look, our question is like, we want to start from the way beginning.
Okay.
What got you into comedy? What made you want to wake up one day and be like, yo, I want to be a comedian, y'all?
So comedy started for me way back. I was always, the class clown. You know what I mean? Parents come to school. He ain't stupid, but he got everybody in here laughing. Shit, we laughing at some of the shit he's saying. He just can't focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was a smart kid. It's just, I don't think school is challenging enough for some people, but that's another conversation. But comedy for me started, man, when I was a kid, man. I was watching Cades of Comedy, man, and I seen Bernie, and I was hooked. He got that joke about the bus driver, and it was just because comedy for me, I love funny, but I love people who are witty and make you think. You know what I'm saying? And throw your mind off to when the punchline come, you ain't see it coming. And when he said that joke, man, I just thought it was so cool. He had so much swagger about himself. So from there, man, I was watching cats like Cat Williams, Mike Epps, and I had a job. I was working for the city. And y'all know, when you a creator, if you don't let it out, you go crazy a little bit.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, it's like people think you zoned out and people think you different, but you got so much in your mind, you don't have an outlet for it. You know, it's kind of like dulling your day down.
Right.
So I just told myself, man, you know what? Scared, indifferent, whatever, man, I'm gonna give this comedy a try. You know, because I've always enjoyed comedy. So from there, I did my first open mic at the TikTok Tavern. It's closed down on the west side now.
Oh, I remember that spot.
And I just started hitting open mics, man, and I started getting booked, and I did a comedy workshop at the Funny Bone, and from there, man, I took off, man. So, you know, it'd be a year in February, man, and hopefully, man, God willing, man, it'd be many more, man.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
clap it up.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
You know,
it.
because I'm going to be honest, being a comedian is like being a rapper, man. It's either you got it or you don't.
Facts.
You know, and
the audience will let you know.
oh yeah, no, the audience,
Man.
especially
They'll let you know.
especially the Cleveland audience.
Yeah.
Cleveland
Yeah,
audience,
tough crowd.
Yeah, you got one of the toughest crowds in the
Yeah.
country.
Shout out to Eddie Murphy, but he felt it when he was here one day. Like when I was younger, went to one of his comedy shows. Cleveland let him know, and I'm just like, man, like why are y'all booing this man? This man's a legend. Like,
Right.
Cleveland don't care about none of that.
Right.
Nope.
Like, speaking of Cleveland crowds, one of my first shows, man, was at Skeets on 89th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
If you would have said that in the crowd, I'd have got that would have been the most reaction I got all night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and you know, doing anything Cleveland, rapping, comedy, whatever. If you could survive here, man, when you go anywhere else, it's nothing.
Oh yeah,
Very true.
It's,
I agree.
it's nothing. You know what I mean? So like Cleveland doesn't give you anything.
Oh no, for sure. You
know what I mean?
got to earn that shit.
That's
right.
You have to. You have to. Now, growing up, you know, you're getting booked everywhere. Like, what has been one of your more favorite venues that you've been booked in?
Ooh, one of my favorite venues, I have to say, was the Funny Bone.
okay,
Funny Bone. And,
Oh, nice.
I did an out of town show. One of my first out of town shows in Indiana.
Right. Oh, so
Shout
you
out to Indy.
traveling?
Shout out to
Yeah,
Indy.
Traveling. That was my first. Yeah, shout out to Indy, man. They country them motherfucker, but shout out Indiana. Man. I thought we was country. God damn.
No,
you
but
know what I'm saying?
they hella country.
Yeah, you know, I'm talking about they
They ain't got no sidewalks.
ain't got no
Oh, they
sidewalks.
don't. I've been there.
They don't even close. They ain't got no time they close. They just say at dusk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did the Funny Bone workshop, man. On this guy named Dave Swinson, who's a big name in comedy. He's actually he's the first person to put Dave Chappelle on TV, as he said.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, so he's been around since the 80s. And I did the workshop at the Funny Bone, and the feeling I got from that, you know, because when you're in the comedy club, is different from a bar show. People are there to laugh.
Right.
People are there to enjoy comedy.
Right.
So I felt like such a comedian. It just gave me that little feeling I needed to keep going.
Yep.
So that's one of my favorite venues, and man, I'm trying to start selling out the Funny Bone. You know what I'm saying, across the country.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
go.
So that's my plan, man.
We're gonna call you the king of Funny Bone, man.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, man.
That's too many greats that didn't grace the Funny Bone stage. You know.
Hey, listen, you gonna be one of the next greats.
I appreciate that, my brother.
you know,
appreciate that.
what about the improv?
That's the Funny Bone.
Yeah, it's
that's
the new
the
Funny
Funny
Bone now.
Oh,
That's the Funny Bone. They
Yeah.
changed the name.
sorry,
changed
I'm
the
late
name.
and I'm old. I'm
The
sorry.
food's still good though. Potato skin's still hitting.
Tater skins. The waitress is bad. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
depending on what night.
Yeah, depending on right. But
Yeah.
you know, I ain't got no standards. You know.
All
That's it.
They all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
All gas,
It's
no brakes.
crazy you said that Marcel, because people keep saying that. They be like, "You ever been at the Improv?" And I'm like, "That's the Funny Bone." Like, you know what I mean? They changed the name. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just getting hip. You know, I've been under a rock for like a minute. You know, who would you say your top 5 comedians are? Because you said Bernie Mac before, and Bernie Mac is one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
To me, he's right. To me, is Pryor, Murphy, Mac.
Yeah.
I think I put Matt before Murphy.
Ooh, okay.
I put Mac before Pryor.
Ooh,
I'm serious.
That's saying a lot because Pryor, you told unhinged. You think Bernie was unhinged? Pryor was unhinged.
No, Patrice
Pryor was-
O'Neal was on him.
Yeah.
There you
He's
go.
so underrated.
Yeah,
He's so underrated.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
Is he still alive? Or is he gone?
No, he passed
gone.
away.
What?
Yeah, a while ago, a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was too real for this world, man.
Yeah.
The real ones always leave quick. You know what I'm saying?
Well, still got Dave Chappelle here.
Yeah,
True that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
Kevin Samuels gone. Nah, just
man, man. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man.
I'm not
Shout
touching
out-
that. I'm not touching that with no damn Kevin
All
Samuels.
right, we ain't gonna touch that one today.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he's
okay,
one of
okay,
our-
my bad.
He was a truth teller.
No, listen.
I'll
he
just leave it
was.
at that.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out
Put
to our
them glasses down.
He's like, how old are you?
So, ma'am, what's your dress size? I was like, yeah, they about to cuss his ass out.
Right.
No. He'd be like,
Oh man.
No, don't get me wrong. He used to get at niggas too.
Yeah.
Like he ain't played like. If you don't mind, like me telling you this story, I remember I watched a video of his, and he was getting at this dude because like apparently he was trying to he said he was one of the top niggas in charge in Atlanta, and he was like there ain't no way. What you do for a living, and how old are you? And he was like, man, I'm 30 and I do catering and I do Uber Eats, and I'm just like, he's like. I wouldn't even let you talk to my daughter, you know. And I'm just like, damn, bro. I'm like, Kevin, chill. And it's just like Kevin was just a real ass nigga, man. And it's just like, but a little too real, you know.
People can't handle the truth.
This is true.
That's let's keep it real.
This is true. My only thing is I just didn't like how he was talking to these females.
Oh, listen. Sometimes they need that. You know how they be talking reckless to us, dudes.
I didn't have a problem with it.
I'm just saying. I love all you females out there, but y'all be talking hecka reckless to us dudes, man.
If you working at Save a Lot and you want somebody working that make $1 million a year,
there you go.
That don't
There you
balance
go.
out.
There you go.
We about to go somewhere we ain't trying to go. Let's get back on.
Let's get there, man.
Let's get back on
Hey,
topic.
man, you gotta go on your range. Man, know that.
All right, I'm sticking
I love
my hands with that.
Top
All right, so
five,
what's your top five?
Top
favorite?
five.
And I got a lot of them, but top 5, man, I have to say 1, Bernie, because I love Richard Pryor, but I didn't grow up in his era.
Makes
I got hip
sense.
to him late. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching Bernie. Earthquake,
Okay,
who I
another
think
one.
is very underrated. I've never
Earthquake's
seen
hella underrated.
I've never seen
Very.
a bad Earthquake set. I'm talking about from start to finish, just dying laughing. I went to see him at the Funny Bone, and we chopped it up a little bit after that.
Did you open for him?
No, I didn't open for him, but I would. Hey, Quake, hey, holla at me, man. I'll fly Spirit all across the country with you, man. You know what I'm saying? 3, Cat Williams.
Okay.
Yes.
These ain't in no order. These is my, but Cat, man, is Pimpin'. When I seen Pimp Chronicles, man, this nigga right here, man, I was hooked after that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Goldie.
4, Chris Rock,
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
because Chris Rock is very witty, man, and his comedy makes you think, and I love
Yes.
that. You know what I mean? He's a highly intelligent brother.
Very.
New Yorker, by the way.
He is.
What part of New York?
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, I want to say Brooklyn. Yeah.
Oh, I
Brooklyn,
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Brooklyn and Bronx, I believe.
What about Red Fox?
Come on, man. You know that. I watch Sanford and Son like an old man to this day. To
There
this
you
day.
go.
To this day. But my 5th, just from my era and what I grew up with,
Makes sense.
Mhm.
I probably got to go with Mike. I'm not gonna say probably. I do got to go with Mike Epps, man.
When
One of
Mike
my-
Epps is a
one of
fool.
my favorite comedians. I mean, just
I
raw Midwest dude, and his comedy I attract to because he's a Midwest guy, so I
Yes.
get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's relatable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We all got a family member that he talk about. You know what I'm saying? Or all got some situation with the city people we talk about, man. So
Yeah.
I got some more, man. But yeah, them was the people I
Give us
watched.
3 more. Give us
Oh.
3 more.
I'm sorry, man. Corey Holcomb, man.
There we go.
I love.
sorry.
There we
Hey,
go.
I'm a
sorry.
personal fan of Corey Holcomb, man.
I grew up
Yes.
watching I've been watching the 5150 show since 2012, man. 2012. You
He
know what I'm
speaks
saying?
the truth.
And one thing I learned from Corey, if you got a fan base that rock with you, you could go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
And you
You could go anywhere.
You'll be fed for your whole life.
Yeah, for your whole
That's right.
life, man. You
Yeah.
could go anywhere. And for him to stand on his square like he does, granted, people might not like him, whatever like that. But, if I respect any honest person. I never want no beef with him. You know what I'm saying? I rock with him. But Corey, man, I grew up watching Corey, man. He's one of my favorite comedians, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure. Stand on the
Yeah.
square. Yeah.
You know who else is an underrated comedian? Bill Bellamy.
Oh, yeah. What?
Younger Bill Bellamy was on a roll.
Yeah, I think he get his just due.
Yeah, I think young Bill
Really?
Bellamy was.
I
something
don't
else.
hear
Well,
people
well-
talking about him a lot. Like
Nah.
when it comes to
Man, I think the Rolodex. I think the Rolodex skit is one of
Yes.
the best I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
One of the best skits.
Will
in
we
the
call
world.
Bill Bellamy a legend though?
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
How to be
I
a
think
player.
you still
how to be
got
a
it.
player alone.
I've seen the movie. I love that movie.
How to be a player, man. That is.
Yeah,
the
you
one.
feel me?
Yeah.
Love Jones too. He
Yes.
played his part in that one.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
smelled like Badussy, booty, dick, and pussy.
Man, I love that Rolodex skit. I loved it to the day I die, man. Because I think that's every guy sometimes on a Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah.
You just sitting there thinking about who can I call?
That's right.
And, and speaking on that, I think that whole 90s era was so potent that we kind of took it for granted a little bit as 90s kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was just as rich as like R&B, 90s and R&B. It was just as rich as 90s R&B, just because it's just like you can come in any way that you want, but at the end of the day, if you coming in as a comedian, you better be funny.
You better be.
And let's think
Better be
about
funny.
it. We had a lot, when you look at the lineup of comedy, we had a lot of titans. Like everybody can hold their own against the next person.
True.
Yeah, that's facts. Facts. No delay in the show.
Right.
Yes, yeah. I agree with that.
Like Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, goated. We need to bring that back.
Yeah, they're trying to, but it's just like I feel like
hard.
they're trying to, but it's just like they're trying to find a platform to put it on. I'm just like, don't put it on no BET,
Netflix.
put it on Netflix, put it on Hulu, put it on HBO Max.
Yes.
But it's just like you like Def Comedy Jam. It will never be the same like it was in the '90s.
Nope.
It won't. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Call it something else. You don't even got to be Def Comedy.
I mean, but it's like as comedians, I understand y'all want to be unfiltered. You know, like I feel like nowadays it gets so filtered up to a point where we gotta be appropriate. But we see some of the rarest comedians, like Dave Chappelle, for example, you know, talk like mad shit, and then people will get mad, but yet he's still winning Grammys for his comedy comedy tapes. He's still winning awards, still a legendary dude. Like also, Clint, I just want to give you your flowers, man, real quick, just because like you're a very funny guy, you're very humble in a sense, and you are a hustler.
Appreciate
you
that.
are a hustler.
You are.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Love,
of course. And it's only a matter of time before you become an award-winning comedian.
Man.
You know, and
You're on your way.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
It's and like I already see it, you know. Have you I already see it. I feel like you finna win a Legend Award this year, man.
Hey, when Marcel came to me after the show, he ain't wait until like, you want to do the podcast? So that's why I knew. I was like, all right, yeah, you know, I'm making moves. Because people don't come up to you if you ain't, you know, they don't feel something. That's what it was all about, connecting with
Yeah,
other
it's
people.
true.
Connecting with the audience. You know what I'm saying? And when you leave a rap show or a comedy show and people come up to you after the show and, you know, they want to get to know you or they want to put you on their show, that's how you know you did a good job, man. So
Yes, sir.
just like you see me doing it, I see you doing your thing too, man.
come on, man. I
You know what I
appreciate
mean? Because I see you hustling, putting in work, and not only putting in work, putting out good content, quality content, all of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, you got another one of these? I'm drunk them up. Nah, just playing.
That's all right, we can get
But-
you one.
We can get you one. You want one?
Yeah, holla at me, baby.
We might just have to pause it real quick.
Yeah.
I'll say this real
I'm
fast.
just talking.
I feel like we get disrespected on the low, and I
yeah.
think it's time for us to get our respect.
Can I say something?
Oh,
to
yeah.
that? Can I say something to that?
Yeah.
What I notice about y'all is, and we living in different times,
Yeah.
but we all know the positive content doesn't, you know, they want to shun that away. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I noticed about y'all style, y'all are showing brothers in a good light with good music. You know what I mean? Y'all not coming out, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and stuff like that. But you can't deny the talent.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, you know, everybody's different. Nobody want to hear, you know, violence all the time. You know,
Yeah.
we grown men. We got real life, you know what I'm saying, to deal
Exactly.
with. You know what I mean? So
some of us
I
got
would-
families, man.
families, you know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? I can't spin the block with you. I've never been
Yeah.
a spin the block person, period. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you know, I'm not gonna be for you
Never.
talking about where the ops, nigga. I'm sleepy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't know where to find them.
Yeah, you know
Right.
what
Yeah.
hell no. You know what I'm saying?
I was just where they at?
Where they at?
You know, I'm
Yeah.
just like
But it's a artist for everybody, man. Like I say, at the end of the day, y'all putting out good music, and that's all that's gonna matter, dude. At the end of the day, man.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it,
yeah.
man. Appreciate
For sure.
it.
Yeah, no,
For sure.
we appreciate that.
That's the most important thing. Because we've gotten so much negativity in this world that's been spread on like other platforms, because that's what they want to focus on. We try to separate ourselves from that.
Facts.
Yeah, no, we definitely do. You know, I'm not gonna lie. This platform has fought for respect, and the thing is about us, we fight for the respect for other artists as well.
Respect. I'm sorry,
Uh,
Booker T. Shout
Are
out
you
to
trying to Booker T me, man?
Oh, man.
King Booker.
respect.
We coming for you, nigga. No,
You know, all right. Hold on. Like we fight like this. hate you niggas, man. Like,
That's fucked up. Go, Mama.
no, it's the thing is, Sip and Chill has always been a platform for the voice of the voiceless. You know, we fight for the respect of other artists that are doing something in the community and around the world, comedians, different creators, different tastemakers, the businessmen, the black techs of all trades. You know, and that when I see talent, you know, when me and Xavier go to these spots and see talent, we give them their flowers first and we ask them if we can interview them. Yeah. You know, we want to do something that's bigger than ourselves. Me and Tyler have done it too.
Facts.
You know, shout out to my D9 brother, my alpha brother over here. You know, he can spot it from a mile away. You know, and if I don't see it, he gonna.
I spot it differently. You know, I think about like metrics and money and like value propositions and stuff. That's just the way I think. But I think I see it the same way.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure. My thing is I look at the creative perspective, but like my thing is when I saw you, Clint, you know, I was just like, no, this guy, we need an interview because this guy should be up here right now. He should be up here. You know, that's how funny I think you are. And it's only a matter of time before you blow up. The hustle's already there.
Yeah, the Netflix movie. You want to see a Netflix movie next.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Inshallah is coming.
Yeah.
Inshallah, yeah.
Get out of Cleveland, man. You're bigger than Cleveland.
Stay in Cleveland.
I'm gonna give y'all a call. Hey man, come over here for a weekend rock with me, man. I got some moves for y'all. You know what I mean? Because it's about networking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh bet.
That's the most important thing.
But and it's crazy you said that, man. Because I've learned, man, to talk less and show more. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
You know, I when I talk too much about what I'm doing, I don't really do. I talk myself out the game. So I've been trying to do, make a couple moves in silence and put myself in different positions outside the city. You know what I mean? To do what I do, because Cleveland it got a good scene, but I want to take comedy serious, man. I'm talking about 5 years from now, y'all be like, damn, man, he was on, you know what I'm saying, sip and chill, like, you know what I'm saying. So no, that's definitely coming.
I think that's something about all of us. We all have that drive to want to be great and not let nothing stand in our way.
Right.
It's been a pleasure being on this podcast with my brothers here and building that bond and brotherhood. There we go. Listen, I've earned my respect in pro wrestling, solidified. And now I want Sip and Chill to earn the respect of the people who give a damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Man. We all earn our respect and our perspective, spaces, I did my thing. I accomplished so much at a young age where, I was like, I wanted to look for what else is new. Where else can I go from here,
man?
Yeah. I was in the magazines. got the accolades, got the awards, but now I want to see where Sip and Chill can go. I want to see where other artists and, other entertainers, but also other people who are just making a difference in the city of Cleveland, because you look at my hat, man. Cleveland is the reason. Forest Hills. I'm Cleveland all day long. CLE till I die, baby. That's all. That's how I live.
Hell yeah.
I could have lived so many other places. Could have went to so many other cities. And I had opportunities to go so many other places, and I was like, no, I got to come back here.
If those cities ain't got snow, I don't know what the fuck you came back here for. This shit is real.
Yeah, serious.
A Cleveland winter will humble you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it will. Yes. It humbled me the first time I got back here, but yeah definitely.
Yeah, and talking about being humble, Clint, how do you deal with hecklers at the comedy shows?
We slap them.
Chris Rockham. No, I mean, Will Smith as well. Man, you know what? As crazy as it sounds, honest to God, I haven't had a lot of hecklers at my show. I haven't had a lot of people at my show heckle me or I lose the crowd. Because my job sometimes, new comedians understand, sometimes it's not that they're laughing, it's that they're quiet. Because if you're quiet, I know I got your attention. So if I set up a joke and you quiet, I know I could deliver how I want to. You know what I mean? But if you talking or you talking to other people, I know that it's only a matter of time before you start talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how I would handle hecklers though is some people I think got some little sick fetish where they want you to cuss their ass out. You know what I mean? They want to go home. Yeah, he was talking to me because I was a piece of shit.
Like dirty talking.
Yeah, just dirty talking. They get off on that type of shit. But I just play into it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I see them, if I see some like black women talking to older black women or something, I'm like, ooh, I know that table smell good. It's like Hypnotic and cocoa butter over there. You know what I'm saying? I say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I play into it. You know what I mean? And just have some fun with it, man. Comedy is fun to me. Comedy is supposed to make you laugh. one thing I love about comedy, man, and I always say this in my show, it brings together all people, races, cultures, and religion, and that's comedy.
That's true.
You're not
That's
supposed to
right.
leave my show feeling insulted.
There you
Or
go.
scared to sit up front at my next show because I didn't talked about you and your old lady. Now you waiting for me in the parking lot and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, comedy is supposed to be fun. Hey man, nah. That's my style, man. I consider like my style smooth. You ain't gotta come to my show and you leave upset. I done made you go viral over the wrong thing. But granted, some people might like that, but that just ain't my style. I like. Just sit back, relax. I got you, man. Whatever happened to you this week or whatever's going on in your life for this hour, you mine.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I respect that a lot.
I agree.
I got a question to ask you. What was your first joke you've ever written when you first started out in comedy?
Man.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Or you Lil Wayne, you just freestyle the jokes.
Squishy, squishy, bing bong. Quack, quack, and a wing wong.
Women be shopping. Nah,
How about them birds, right?
my first comedy set, honest to God, no lie. I freestyled the whole thing. I did about 10 minutes, just freestyling, and I rocked it. You know what I mean? But my first joke I said ever writ. Man, hey, Pops, if you ever see this, man, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? About my grandfather. Now, I grew up real religious. I'm talking about that real religious. Like, I grew up in church in the 90s. I'm talking about usher board means, digging board means. We going to church on Saturday, Sunday, all that type of stuff.
There you go.
So, but like, black people, we take religion so serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
And like, it's like scary sometimes. Like, shit, man, relax. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my grandfather, he was a deacon. And the first joke I ever wrote, you know what I'm saying, was about me coming in the house one time. And, my grandfather, he's so religious, he scared me sometimes because I don't know what he won't and won't do to get to heaven. You know what I'm saying? So I come in the house, he reading the Bible, and I'm like, hey, Pops, man, what scripture you reading? He say, boy, I'm just reading the book of Abraham. Told God he loved him so much, he'd sacrifice his only son to him. And wasn't nobody but me and him in the house, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, damn, you would kill me to get there, motherfucker? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like what I said on stage is different, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. And then the joke he talking about with the white girls, I was, hey, brother, we like them white girls. Might as well just admit it, you know what I'm saying? I like all women, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was like, damn, boy, you party with a black girl. I know what black girls like, Hennessy, Jack, you know what I'm saying? White girls, they pull out some cocaine in front of your motherfucking ass, you know what I'm saying?
Literally offer you the shit. It's like you.
Yeah,
You want to start it up my ass?
I will. Nah, but
Oh.
yeah, they oh, the white bitch. But nah, but Sip and Chill podcast, this shit going south, you know. But nah,
Wow.
but yeah,
Making me
man.
off numb.
So sometimes
another
in
Jack.
comedy.
Yo, shout out to Eddie, man. He's been trying to keep a straight face. shout out to Sean, the audio engineer. Shout out to Eddie, the producer. Yo,
Damn, this shit done went left.
Hey, man, just take a note card. Just
like-
crinkle that thing up. Just
But I think even with comedy, rap, and whatever, you gotta find what works for you. Like some people say, write every day.
Mm-hmm.
Some say right when you feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go off. You gotta go off how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I write something, even if it's BS, I might write it. But if I don't, if I'm not feeling, I'm just not feeling. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, for sure.
So sometimes I get on stage and just talk about some stuff that happened. And what I found out is when you being genuine with yourself, it's the funniest shit in the world, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is
Some
true.
stuff I write don't even be hitting like when I just go off the script and talk about what's going on for real in my life.
Checkmate, checkmate. This the type of shit to see your whole fate. Checkmate, checkmate. I've been grinding ever since the first day. Ayy, from the top, I aim for your dome. I got the scope with the laser beam set up alone. Swear they think they really know me till I come for the throne. Then I'm basking in your glory while I gloat on the phone. Swear the competition's reminiscent when
So
they think of
I discovered something interesting on Facebook.
okay.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
apparently, I'm not going to disclose any names, but there is a Facebook group, and I think this is pure comedy and pure gold because I'm about to air these niggas out.
Time to shine.
There's not even comedy. There's this Facebook group called "Am I Dating Your Man?"
Am I
And-
dating?
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
Nope.
Are you?
Nope.
Are you?
Nope.
And the thing is, it's just like, it's funny because I had one of my female friends, you know, shout out to her. I'm not going to disclose her name. She hit me up, you know, I'm just checking on her, and it's just like, she hits me up just like, hey, Storm. I'm just like, hey, what's up? What's going on? She was like, have you been on Facebook lately? And I'm just like, no, what's going on? She was just like, I said, yo, I saw your picture on this Facebook group called Am I Dating Your Man?
Am I dating your man?
And I was like, hold up, what? Are you serious? She was like, yeah. She sends me the photo. And I'm just like, oh, this is real.
Was it once? But was it what?
It was twice. That I showed up on this page. And I'm just like, what the F is going on here?
Demon time.
Demon time.
You know those catfishes.
Oh yeah. And I'm just like, and I think apparently someone was using my photo on Facebook dating too.
Which photo was it?
It was me when I just got done interviewing Retro Pharaoh.
What, you had your sunglasses on?
No, I ain't had my sunglasses on. That's a talk for another day.
Man.
Okay, but like,
Catfish is great though. Tastes good.
no, not the catfish, because I saw some of the comments. It was this one girl who said, yeah, he tried to get at me at Facebook dating. I was like, first off, Karen, ain't nobody trying to get at you at Facebook dating, especially not me. You know, the thing is, don't get me wrong. I love my women. I love my black women, all women, all shades, you know, but it's just like, but it was just like, I wasn't feeling this at all. Tyler, I'm going to let you take over. All right, because we got to talk about this.
Yeah, because we really got to understand how you ended up on this page.
Unpack.
Like, how do you think, out of all people, especially out of us, like, how did you personally end up on this page?
I don't know.
Like,
Eddie, stop looking at me like that. All right.
Let's answer that question first.
Listen.
Be honest.
I know. I am going to be honest.
Dig deep.
Trust me. I've dug deep enough. You know,
and just think of some couple reasons that you think personally that Storm will end up on this page, not once, but twice.
Listen,
how do you think you found your way on this page?
Listen, I don't know. I just be minding my business. I just be black and drinking my water, okay, and just keeping hydrated. But it's just like, it's the fact that like it's anonymous too.
I feel like you're being dishonest.
I'm not being dishonest.
Twice is a lot.
Twice, man.
Twice too
You
many.
was moving and
3
grooving out
times.
here.
3 people ain't telling the same lie.
Listen.
Did you fall asleep with your phone unlocked at any time with somebody?
No. No, I've been single, ready to mingle.
Is that true?
Yes.
Do they know that's true?
Yeah, they know.
You may think that's true.
Yeah.
But do the girls think like that's not true?
Listen, they better know it's true, because I haven't.
No. You're giving the illusion that like, hey,
The illusion.
I am single and I'm ready to mingle. They feel that like, oh, we're exclusive. So they may feel that you're giving off a vibe as you feel like you're not exclusive.
Look at fucking Dr. Phil over here.
We're not trying to Dr. Phil. We're just trying to get into we're trying to dig deep and try to figure out how did you, out of all people, end up on this page?
Versace.
Listen, I'm not gonna disclose any names, but I was told, you know,
Okay.
and I'm just like, who in the right mind, you know? And mind you, this whole group is anonymous unless you want to show your name, you know. And the fact that people are willing to do that, because like I've been introduced to this page, and then I'm getting sent different pictures because my friend, she's sending me all these, and it's just like they got different pictures of people I went to high school with, different people I went to college with, different pictures of guys who I've actually done shows and have went on the road with for doing shows, and like different friends. A couple of our frat brothers are on this page, you know, and I'm just like, first off, get y'all asses off social media,
This
because
shit got deep.
it is.
It ain't got real deep.
I'm just like, how the hell? Well, I don't know what's going on, you know, but they telling some secrets on there, and I'm just like, it's just.
So what did they say about you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's start there.
That part.
This
so,
shit real.
No, it is real. It is real.
Yeah.
So basically, I was waiting for a comment.
Okay.
You know, and I asked her what was said about me. And I guess one reply was, "Oh, I went to high school with him." Ha 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 ha. And I was just like,
Oh man.
and I'm just like, oh, I was like, that's it. Then I was just like, then I saw 2 more comments. I was like, oh yeah, I know him. I think he has that little podcast he be doing.
Little
podcast
podcast
is crazy.
Yeah.
And I was just
Watch
like,
the words.
well, damn. You know,
Her pussy probably stank.
Easy.
Oh,
Easy.
wow.
Now I'm
Dang.
gonna ask this,
Yeah.
because the biggest fear of a woman is for somebody she was to mess with to start doing way better when they break up. Is there any exes on this page that you might?
There is a couple, because some of the verbiage and some of the verbiage and some of the language on there sounded very familiar. Mind you, now I have exes that I'm cool with. We're cordial. We talk.
okay.
We check on each other, and we call each other because we still friends. And then I got some exes that we just gonna keep it there.
Crazy.
Was the pussy good?
Listen, this is Sip and Chill, and we don't disclose that.
We don't disclose that, but
I
take that as a yes.
listen, it's
indifferent.
It's
Right.
My thing is, it's just like groups like these is what gets people in trouble.
Nah, facts.
It's what gets them in trouble.
And why do y'all think that? Why do you think groups like this get people in trouble?
Because they're miserable.
But I think a lot of us don't even know. Some of us may not even. There's a lot of men that have no clue they're on these pages.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's truly majority of men have no clue they're on these pages.
Like me, I had no idea.
Damn.
Majority of men have no clue they're being talked about in a group chat.
Hey, if y'all see me in a group chat or a page, shit happens.
Clint, I'm gonna let you know firsthand. I'm gonna be like, hey, bruh, you got like five photos of you, and these ladies are asking about you. Like at first, you would think you would take it as a compliment. I'm like, oh, okay. Until the bitter anonymous exes start blowing down on you and start talking crazy about you. Now my thing is, like, if you're an ex, we're exes for a reason. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're fed. I hope your kids and your family are fed.
That part.
But it's like, why is my name still in your mouth? And it's like, I'm not trying to hear that. Look, girl, I'm trying to come to you as a woman and shit, and I'm not trying to hear that.
Why? If you one of my exes, I hope you 3 months behind on your car note.
Wow.
And if you ain't let me hit no more, I hope that bitch gone. I hope they took that motherfucker.
Wow.
But I digress.
The repo man.
The repo. Like,
man. But why do y'all think people start these pages?
Because they're miserable. They're miserable, especially if they're exes.
I mean,
But the
I feel
majority
like
of women. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I ain't gonna say about that part.
I think, man, this internet, you got people so out of touch with life, man. They just enjoy misery now, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see these pictures of somebody doing so good, and you think their relationship perfect. You just want to feel like you're ruining that shit.
Yeah.
But you don't even know behind closed doors. It's just fucked up as yours. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it.
I believe these groups are started because they feel like they got to look out for one another.
By tearing down a man.
They're not looking out for anybody.
No, I know, for real. Like, there's been times where, as men, we've gotten in trouble with women that with women we've been with that we started to take serious because someone wanted to post a picture about us because they wanted to see if they were clear to shoot they shot. Little that we knew we were already taken.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Men don't do that just so publicly. We get the phone out. We like, you seen it before?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's why with me, like when it comes to relationships, I've said to myself that I would never post my relationship public.
I agree.
Stuff like
Same,
that.
Same.
Facts.
I made the same mistake.
Facts.
Never again. I'm very discreet now.
The only thing they can get
Sure.
is a locked emoji and a heart. That's it. That's all they'll see.
Okay. No,
You get I'll put a little emoji over the face.
There we go. There you go.
Lead them wondering. Like, I wonder what type of hair that is.
what is that? Mahogany?
Have I seen that dress before?
That Fashion Nova?
But the internet is dangerous. I love it, but I don't like it either. It's like I said, it gets you caught up in something you don't need to be in.
Right.
Agreed. It'll make you think about your decisions, but I feel like these groups were just made to just like see if like I already know around this table we're already good men, we were young and dumb at one point, doing
Sure
crazy
was.
shit in our 20s.
Sure was.
Still young and dumb.
Still young and dumb, but we learn from these situations.
Yeah.
But to see your name pop up or your picture pop up in a group like that was wild.
How did my name get in this?
And
Yeah,
it's more of
everybody
that-
want to live that loving hip hop lifestyle. You know, everybody want to be in the midst of some drama and hot stuff.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like everybody want to be in that.
Hot and ready's.
I can't
That
be
is
hot and
true,
ready.
yeah.
I'm not sure about y'all. I'm not with that. I'm not with the drama.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
either.
protect my peace as much as possible. I'm outside this summer, you know, and I'm just trying to get to work in this industry. You feel me,
Facts,
Clint?
facts,
You know?
facts. And you know, like I know in Cleveland, the more you peaceful you are, the more they come at you. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
no, for sure.
Like roaches.
Oh my God.
And it's just like when you think you dead in one, you got a million more to dead. You know?
Somebody else don't like you, somebody else coming at you. And, you know, I don't really think it's a really good, you know, representation of just the community by putting these type of pages out and, you know, spending our we don't have a lot of time here, you know, and we're spending our time on this.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just not good. It's just not good for the culture. It's not good for our mental health.
Nope.
It's not good for relationships. We wonder why the divorce rate is increasing. We wonder why people between the ages of 35 and 21 are increasingly waiting longer to get married, waiting longer to have kids, waiting longer to buy their first home. You know, it's like milestones are moved so much farther because of some things like this. Yes, it's because of the economy. Yes, because of so many other things that play into it. But, you know, also because of the dating game that a lot of people had to go into. Like, they're like, a lot of people don't see a point in it, and they just go about accomplishing those other milestones and just forget about it.
And I think off that, what a lot of people like to act like men are saying when they say things like that is it's an attack on women. Hey man, we love women. We
Sure do.
I can tell from this panel period is respectable, man. Nobody is disrespecting women, but as a man, I can't sign up for something that has no benefit for me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I've seen literally brothers in my family try their hardest for their family, be good men, but they suffer in silence. Their voice get taken out of the home. Their authority over the kids get taken, and you basically just want a man to pay the bills and, you know, basically just drift away till you do what you do. I can't do that. I got a standard for myself first.
That's right.
And I got a standard for my family. And picking the right woman is very vital to that. You know what I mean? Because she can make or break your whole situation.
Yep.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think men nowadays, unlike sad to say our fathers and grandfathers are waking up to that.
That's true.
And, you know, you can't gaslight them. You know, you can't manipulate them. Everything is out there. You know what I mean? And now you seeing brothers taking their health more serious, brothers taking their careers more serious.
Their
you know
mental
what I'm
health
saying?
too. That's
And I always say the scariest thing that society doesn't want is a focused man. You know what I'm saying?
That's
A
very
focused
true.
man, you know,
That is
They're
very
threatened by.
true.
yeah.
That's right. You know, a focused man is a dangerous man because he knows what he wants. He knows what he can bring to the table, and he knows what he's willing to do in order to get to the goals that he's getting to.
Yes, sir.
Earlier, we talked about manifestation before the show started. You know, any man can manifest something, and he can dream about anything, but it's when
true.
you put it into action. That's what really matters. That's when
gotta
it
put
starts
that
to
work,
really count.
man.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
You know, right now, I feel like we're in a place in our industry where we have to prove ourselves more than ever. Some of us have been in this game
part.
for a super long time, and we're just ready to step up, level up, and get to the next level. We don't want to wait anymore, especially as men, especially black men in this industry.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You know, we have to go get it. We have no choice.
Hey, I learned it from one of the greatest legends in the industry of wrestling. My guy Tuco Scorpio. I like to call him Unk. Tuco told me that we as black men have to thrive. We have to work 10 times as harder in what we're doing than the next person.
That's right.
Because
That's
we
right.
not, and some of your worst opposition gonna come from people that look like you.
Oh,
You know what
yep.
I mean?
Very much
That's
so.
the sad part about it. And I definitely agree with what you're saying. Full-heartedly. Matter of fact, I've experienced what you're saying.
Exactly.
You know, and my advice to any black man out there with a dream, men in general, women in general, period, but speaking for black men, the untold story of the black man, whatever you want to do in life, do it unapologetic, do it fearless, and be yourself, man, because no matter what you do, they're going to talk about you anyway. Your family going to turn on you. Your friends going to start tripping. You know what I'm saying? All you doing is trying to be better.
That's right.
All you doing is trying to be better, man. But, you know, everybody want to stigma on you. Oh, he been to jail. Oh, he ain't this, that, and the third. So when they ain't got that on you, it's taboo to them. You know what I'm saying, man? Do what you want to do. As long as you ain't harming you or nobody else, man, do it unapologetic, man.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Listen, it's all fun and games until you actually make it.
No, facts.
You know, they want
That's
to.
true.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until you make it.
You get that
You know.
bit check, man. She end up like Kaisa Knott.
Hell,
man.
Right.
I'll say this. I'll put a little bit of my life experience out there. I'm born with a mental disability, attention deficit disorder. So being a premature child, you are automatically, the odds are against you, and you're put on government assistance. And crazy to believe, like, just because I have a mental disability, I'm not stupid. I'm highly intelligent, and sometimes it scares me of how just intelligent I am. But I went from CMHA housing to ditching that, leaving the state, came back, worked my way up in jobs, and now I'm in like a very comfortable job position.
So,
you know, that just shows me like the how guys like me that are labeled disabled.
was you in special ed?
Yes.
My motherfucking dog.
Yes. You know, listen, I call that
run that short bus.
Listen.
My shit was a 2-seater.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'll run the back of this thing. 6 seats back.
1079 plan. This ain't no bus. But you know what? Most of the people I knew that graduated high school with the 3.8s and 3.9s, when you meet the people that was in the special classes or graduated with the 1.9s and 1.8s, they be superseding, not all of them. Not all, but they be superseding a lot of them though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like anything is like anything. If you got it, you got it. If you know how to go into this world and make something happen, you know what I mean? Sometimes a smart person just can remember stuff real good. I don't give a damn about what happened in America at Christopher Columbus, but I could make this money. You know what I'm saying? I know how to market myself real good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't knocking it. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? You got it, you got it. Like you sitting up here telling me you was valedictorian, but I'm dropping you off at your mama's house though. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It's called, we're special for a reason.
Yeah. Don't say
true.
it like that though.
All about that.
We're special for a reason.
Yeah.
We're chosen.
Sure.
Yeah,
Matter of fact,
but
I
they
think
actually did a study.
every special ed kid should get a chosen tattoo on their back like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? When
Facts.
Should. But they actually did
when you graduate special ed class, you got to do this at graduation. That's what I'm fucking with you.
just do it. Turn the right way.
Shout out to all.
Anyway, they did a study about valedictorians who graduate. They found out that 90% of those high school graduates end up being just regular old productive citizens of society. Nothing spectacular. They don't end up poor. They don't end up, super rich. They just end up just normal people. And they actually found out that people who were C averages actually end up being the change makers of the world.
There you go.
So actually they
Albert
found out
Einstein.
that school just shows how disciplined you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't show how much you have right here.
Facts.
With that being said, shout out to all my special need folks out there. We are a unit, and we're gonna go places.
I know y'all
say that.
I know y'all drooling watching this podcast right now.
But no,
Hey man,
if I can do it, you guys can do it too. So
it's not on Spotify, folks.
Listen,
Hey, my nigga said, shout out to my special ed niggas though.
They gotta find the spot. They gotta find the podcast app first.
you niggas are gonna get us canceled.
no, sorry.
And
I thought it was purple.
oh, so you colorblind now, huh?
But well,
So you be doing the bending, huh?
I can't find y'all on the TV guide. Ain't no TV guide. This
I thought it was.
with me having a disability, I can sit and laugh at it, and like I'm comfortable enough to. I'm like say I'm unfiltered. I don't mind saying it because that's the reality I lived. So I can sit and laugh at myself and be like, man, damn, I was retarded, but no, I was highly intelligent, and I took that and I excelled and exceeded whatever expectations that people might not have thought of.
Did you feel you had something to prove? That's why you started going so hard. Like you wanted people to know, but despite of what y'all label me as, I could keep up and do just as good as everybody else.
Yeah, honestly, I'm doing not the flex, but I'm doing a lot better than
Talk your shit.
99% of the world.
Yeah.
Like, can't nobody fuck with me.
Nah, that's
Hey, come on now.
That's the type of attitude we
That's
want
what
to
I'm
see,
talking about.
Yeah.
And you were never.
Yeah.
I know.
Stop saying that.
I was on the short bus though.
Ain't no wrong,
Listen,
man.
ain't
Y'all
nothing
was
wrong with
party
that,
on
man.
that short bus, man.
Oh, those are the best parties.
Just partying a little backwards, but just go.
Listen. Understand that at Sip and Chill, we like to have fun here, y'all.
Yes.
But
Disclaimer, we love everybody.
we love everybody. But y'all, gentlemen, it is about that time. Clint James, we appreciate you coming back on. Let the people know where they can find you, big dog.
If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Clint James, baby. That's my Instagram, Clint James, baby. My YouTube is Clint James. I'll be posting my list of shows hopefully this week or next week of the upcoming shows I got coming up. Hey, man, it's been a pleasure talking with my brother. That Sip and Chill podcast is a dope podcast, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Oh, yeah.
And for all the short bus people, man, that's the icon with the camera.
The icon living. We love y'all.
Yeah,
we love everybody.
Listen, gentlemen, we got any up and coming shows coming up for either of you guys?
Well,
we'll round table it.
July 18th, Absolution. That's going to be a great show. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, was just announced to be there again. So it's going to be a pleasure getting to see him again. And Corey Jade is going to be there as well.
Oh, yeah.
So to all the wrestling fans out there, come to AIW Absolution.
Hell yeah.
Have a good time.
What about you, Tyler?
Just working, man. I'm the corporate guy. Just working the 9 to 5, coming home. That's what did Dolly Parton say? Working 9 to 5.
Hey, man.
Y'all really struggling over there too.
Y'all got special ed motherfuckers in corporate.
You sure do, man. Man, they can't open a PDF. Man, they don't know how to print the stuff.
Yeah,
where the staplers at?
My type of folk right there.
Hey, listen.
How you punch the holes? Is it 4 or 3?
All right, y'all. Listen. For the people who don't know, the women that want to know, and the niggas here for a good show. Again, I go by the name of Marcus Storm. In June, we have 2 more shows for Sip and Chill. All right. I told you we're taking the podcasting by storm this summer.
Yeah.
All right.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Next week we got Gutty Mac.
Gutty Mac.
Rapper, songwriter, probably one of the best artists in Cleveland. He was recently on the Sip and Chill list for artists to watch for 2025. And so far he has delivered. He has been doing his thing. All right.
Yes, sir.
And the week after we have your boy.
My good brother, Eric Taylor, a.k.a. E.T., a.k.a. Mr. Future Too Bright himself, the absolute intense champion.
Yeah.
World champion.
That's right.
We got a lot coming. I got a big show coming up, B-side with Greggy Westside Productions.
True.
The flyers have been going crazy, y'all. I've been getting hella reception. Make sure you go get your ticket. Only $12. All right, if you need a ticket, come to me for it. All right,
$12.
$12. My boys are gonna be in the room. Clint James, I know he want to come through and rock out with the show.
I need the ticket.
He definitely gonna get a ticket, man. And also, Sip and Chill will be in the building June 22nd for the whiskey championships, all right? And your boy Marcus Storm, the host of Sip and Chill, will be one of the special guest judges, all right? Mr. 3-time Cleveland Scene, the one and only, the one that can take you down pretty mean, will be in the building judging all the fine whiskey.
Man.
That's right.
Man, them whiskeys gonna take you down 2 in.
Oh yeah, no. I'm probably gonna be down all the way to this floor. All right, you see that? Look at this floor. Look at this floor. That's how.
Ain't gonna take them long.
Relax. That's a little D9 fraternity joke we got. But the thing is, definitely proud of this opportunity. We will be doing some street interviews over there, so make sure you get your interview. All right, and it's sponsored by Crown Royal. Shout out to Crown Royal for helping sponsor Sip and Chill this year for our event some months ago. All right, such a great time. Shout out to Jesse for giving us that opportunity.
Shout out, Jesse.
Yeah, the Royal whiskey never made it to Canada.
Hey, listen, come on. It was awesome having him on this show too.
It was great. Learned a lot of history about it.
Yeah, but shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Crown Royal for definitely helping sponsor the show this year. It's been amazing. But till then, I go by the name of Marcus Storm. It's the Jack Daniels, y'all.
T-Dub always.
And your boy, Anime Soul King.
Clint James, baby.
And we'll see y'all soon. This has been Sip and Chill. Good night.
We out.
Yeet.